So, we will now discuss the objectives of this activity. The first objective will be to know the external and the internal parts of the earthworms. The second one is to know the gender of the earthworm that we will be dissecting today. And then the third one is to know the importance of earthworms in our garden. Hi guys! So today we will be having an earthworm dissection. But before anything else, let me change my outfit. Earthworms lack lungs because they breathe through their skin. They also do not have eyes, ears, arms, and legs. So they move through setae. Worms are cold-blooded animals, wherein they live where there is food, moisture, oxygen, and desired temperature. If the skin of the worms dries out, then they would probably die. So earthworms are segmented worms, and the darker side, which is this, is what we call clitellum. So if we are lucky enough, we will be able to see if there is a cocoon on the clitellum in order to produce a new set of mucus. So hopefully we'll not be able to cut the intestine which absorbs nutrients. So as you can see, the soil is already scattered, and I think unfortunately we cut it. So we will need a needle so that we will be able to put in and spread out the earthworm and be able to see the internal structures of the earthworm. Earthworms are important because they act as natural fertilizer and can bring nitrogen to the plant. So the white portion in there is actually the cocoon of the earthworm. And these are the soil or the nutrients that was absorbed by earthworm. So baby worms are not actually born, but they are hatched from the cocoon of the clitellum. So did you know that Charles Darwin spent 39 years in order to study earthworm more than 100 years ago? Worms tunnel deeply in the soil and bring subsoil closer to the surface, mixing it with the topsoil. Worms can actually eat equivalent to their weight each day. So now we are actually cutting the upper portion of the worm for us to be able to see the digestive tract present on the earthworm. So one of the characteristics of the earthworm is that they moved away from the light, because if they are exposed to the light too much, they will become paralyzed. So fortunately, we'll be able to see the cocoon there. That's the white thing in there. The small white structure there is what we call the seminal receptacle, wherein it stores sperm from the other earthworm. So this is the digestive tract of the earthworm, and it all starts from the mouth. The mouth is the first step of the digestive tract down to the esophagus. But we'll just have to open up, so we're gonna see it clearly. Just give me one quick moment. So we will not be able to see the vessels, the blood vessels in there because it's already been damaged. That's why earlier as we open up the earthworm, the blood is actually scattered. So below this white structure is what we call the esophagus, which is right after the pharynx. And then this one is the intestine and the digestive tract as well. After the pharynx, it would be the crop wherein it's actually soft. It's right here. It actually stores soil, which is prepared to move on to the second phase of the digestive tract, which is the gizzard. Gizzard grinds all the soil from the crab. So unfortunately, most of the intestine were damaged. That's why the soil were scattered in there. The white structure on the earthworm is what we call the seminal vesicle. So it means that this earthworm is actually a male. Seminal vesicles contain sperm in order to have mate with the other earthworm. So we will be going to open the earthworm to the anus so that we will be able to see as well the soil and the digestive or the intestine of the earthworm. So the brain is actually closer to the mouth, which is right there. So let's check if we'll be able to see the clear picture of the brain of the earthworm. Earthworm actually has 5 hearts. So the black in here is the heart. It's actually burst out, so that's why it looks like that. That's it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned something and see you on the next video. I hope you like it. Bye-bye. After dissecting the earthworm, make sure that you sanitize your hands and clean the area. God bless.